Hello friends, I am Roshni Patel from the Electrical Engineering Department of Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. So here, today I am going to discuss about chapter 1, that is Dynamics of Communication. In previous lecture, we will learn about the elements of non-verbal communication in brief for chapter 1. Now today I am going to discuss about the levels of communication, difference between general and technical communication, and feedback, importance of feedback in communication, etc. So here, flow of content. First one is levels of communication, then after difference between technical communication and general communication, and last one is importance of feedback in communication process. Now let us discuss about the levels of communication. Basically, there are 5 levels of communication. First one is interpersonal communication, second one is intrapersonal communication, third one is extrapersonal communication, fourth one is organizational communication, and last one is mass communication. So here, interpersonal communication. Interpersonal communication means sharing information among the people. Here, so in the figure, in this level of communication, the role of sender and the receiver keeps altering. This form of communication is beneficial because direct and immediate response is possible. If there is any doubt, it can be clarified immediately. This type of communication can be divided into 2 parts: formal communication and informal communication. Formal communication means interaction between the panel members and the candidate appearing in the interview, interaction among the members in a business meeting, etc. And informal interpersonal communication means interaction among friends, family members, etc. Then after, intrapersonal communication. Intrapersonal communication means communication within the individual. Communication that occurs in your mind. It is the basis of your feelings, biases, etc. So at this level of the communication take place within one's own self. In certain baffling situations, we ourselves feel confused of making any specific choices. There we allow our brain and heart to creep in an internal combat would take place, which ignites intrapersonal communication. At times our brain too gives order to different body parts to act in a specific way that also leads to intrapersonal communication. The emergence of new ideas is sometimes a result of intrapersonal communications. Here, sender is equals to our relevant organ, then receiver is our brain, and feedback is given by the brain. For example, when you make any kind of decision like what to eat or wear, when you think about something, what you want to do on the weekend, or when you think about another person. So this is called intrapersonal communication. Then after, let us discuss about the extrapersonal communication. Extrapersonal communication that take place between human being and non-human being is called extrapersonal communication. At this level of communication, one of them, sender or receiver, transmit information or respond in sign language only. Therefore, extrapersonal communication requires perfect understanding between communicators. For example, first one is your parrot responding for your greetings. Then after, second example is that the barking of dog on seeing a stranger informs its patron of some stranger's arrival. So this is the extrapersonal communication. Then after, organizational communication. Organizational communication that take takes place among various parts of the organization is called organizational communication. To run the organization, communication among various parts is very essential. The requirement of communication at different level of organization is more because large number of employees is involved in various activities. For example, the college organization includes principal, professors, non-teaching staff, students, etc. We usually find that there is a constant communication among them to run the college. This kind of communication can be further divided into three parts. Interpersonal operational, second one is extrapersonal operational, and third one is personal. So interpersonal communication means all the communication occurs in the organization. Then after external operational means work related communication with people outside the organization. And then after personal means all communication in an organization without purpose. Then after mass communication. Mass communication calls for a mediator to transmit information. Mass communication requires strong mediators such as journals, books, TV, newspapers, news channels, etc. These mediators transmit information for the countless receivers like audience, reader, etc. This type of communication requires utmost care on the part of the sender in encoding the message. Since the information is to reach thousands of people, it should be flawless and true. If you want to communicate orally through mass media, equipments like microphones, amplifiers, transmitters are required. On the other side, written form needs print or visual media. Mass communication is very effective because it spreads information at a lightning speed across the world. Then after, let us discuss about the difference between technical communication and general communication. Communication is basically divided into two parts. First one is general communication and second one is technical communication. So we discuss about the general communication. In daily life, we communicate with many people where our aim of exchanging information in general means not specific. For example, we talk to our parents, sister, brother, friends, neighbors, relatives, etc. We talk with them very naturally without any preparation. In this type of communication, there is no need of pre-planning or any specific structure. We just meet a person and talk to him or her. In general communication, we use informal language. We can use local or dialectical language. Mostly, this type of communication is face-to-face. General communication takes place in general atmosphere like home, bazaar, hostel, etc. In general communication, people are from various fields. Therefore, it may be possible that the person to whom we are communicating may not be aware of technical words. The style in general communication is informal and less specific. So, this is the general communication. Then after technical communication. In technical communication is the soul of any organization, life such as business, enterprise, industry and academic institution. Technical communication is considered as a form of formal communication which is used by technical like specific expert people. This type of communication is very helpful in technical field where message is very specific and this message should be conveyed within a short span of time without any error. Hence, technical words are used. Therefore, there are little chance of misunderstanding or misinterruption. Technical communication mainly bears technical message which is always for a specific purpose. In technical communication, standard language is used. We cannot use local or vernacular words in technical communication. Pre-planning is very essential for technical communication. For example, seminar or speech which is delivered at a meeting is always pre-planned. So this is the example of technical communication. Language is technical communication is full of jargon and technical words. Now here the difference between technical communication and general communication. So here technical communication is always factual. There are formal elements. It is a logically organized and structured specific audience. It is always formal in language. It used technical content and specific vocabulary. Whereas in general communication, it may not be factual. There is no formal elements and no always structured. It is not always for specific audience. It used for both formal and informal in style. It is used general content and general vocabulary. So this is the difference between technical communication and general communication. Then after, let us discuss about the importance of feedback. So first one, we can see that what is feedback. We were learned in the first lecture the communication process. In that process, the feedback is very important. So feedback is the audience response which enables you to evaluate the effectiveness of your message. One is constantly communicating back to other. Thus, the return process is called feedback, and it plays a very important role in family communication network. So, the importance of feedback are it complete the whole process of communication and make it continuous. Then after, it also make one know if one is really making sense. It is used for measuring the effectiveness of communication. It is also used, it is a good basis for planning on what next to be done. Communication will be useless without any communication. It paves way for new idea generation. So here, as shown in the figure, sometimes a feedback could be a non-verbal like smiles, sighs, frown, cry, etc. and other times it is a oral communication. The feedback can also be written like replying to an email. An oral feedback includes like asking questions, giving comments, shouting, etc. And in written types of feedback include replying to an email, writing comments, etc. A limited answers pattern of feedback has been proved to be a second best way of disseminating information. Thus, it can be concluded that gain in knowledge is directly proportional to the amount of feedback. And in other words, the gain in the knowledge is the function of feedback in the process of communication. So this is the importance of feedback in communication process. Hence, these are the questions which were asked in GTU previous examination. First one is differentiate technical and general communication. Then after, distinguish between technical and general communication and also explain the importance of technical communication. Then after, third one is explain and give one example of all the levels of communication. And fourth one is what is the importance of feedback in communication process. Thank you.